We want to head now north to ABC's Mola Lenghi in Beirut, Lebanon. Mola, it looks like tensions are also escalating at the Israel-Lebanon border. What are you hearing about the potential for a second Israeli front there?
Well, Phil, yeah, to answer the second part there's certainly the potential for a second front to open up to some degree, to a very small degree. That's already happening on the northern border of Israel there, along the border between Israel and Lebanon, shelling between Hezbollah, the Iranian-backed militia here in Lebanon, and Israel has been happening really all week, and it continued today. Hezbollah claiming that it fired several missiles into Israel in retaliation. This is part of, again, a back and forth between the two sides, a small-scale back and forth missile exchange between Hezbollah and Israel that's been going on all week. And, of course, that back and forth has the region, really has the world concerned that these clashes could escalate into a much broader conflict, adding fuel to the fire of the existing fighting that is happening in Israel. These border skirmishes have been mostly limited to kind of localized small-scale rocket fire aimed at military targets between the two sides. But yesterday, a Reuters journalist, Hassan Abdullah, who was covering the clashes in southern Lebanon, covering the clashes along the border, was killed by an Israeli shell that hit nearby a group of international journalists. Abdullah was killed. 6 other international journalists were injured. Hezbollah has said that it is monitoring the situation in Israel, that if and when the time is right, it will act. In response, Israel has moved tens of thousands of troops to its northern border in anticipation of a potential attack from Hezbollah. And as you mentioned at the top, the U.S. Moving 2 aircraft carriers, 2 warships into the eastern Mediterranean in the hopes of deterring a possible attack from Hezbollah.
And Mola, can you talk a little bit about the implications, not just for Israel, but for the entire region if this war develops on multiple fronts, a front where you are? I mean, the word catastrophic comes to mind if that happens.
Yeah, you're talking about a sort of domino effect here, Phil. Obviously, it's got implications for Israel. They'd be fighting a war essentially on 2 fronts. If you're doing that, you're stretching your resources extremely thin. But as you mentioned, there are regional and global implications, the other countries throughout the region that could get dragged into such a conflict, and really throughout the world that could get dragged into that conflict. There are implications for the United States, which, of course, backs Israel. There are implications for Iran and all of its proxies throughout the region in Iraq and Syria and Yemen. So this has the potential to be something extremely, as you mentioned, catastrophic if it gets to that point. Yeah. Obviously, everyone in the region and really throughout the world hoping it doesn't get to that point.
Yeah, the world collectively holding its breath. Mola Lenghi in Beirut. Mola, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.